And let it be noted, we do have a quorum tonight. And first up is approval of the minutes from June 10th, regular meeting. Any changes, corrections? If not, we'll consider those to be approved. Those are approved. Okay, next up is a public hearing for Coburn's Incorporated. Special use permit 2024-26 for cannabis sales, 225 33rd Street West. And staff report by Lindsay Duggan.
Yeah, and I'll just give a brief introduction, Mr. Chair, Planning Commissioners. Lindsay Duggan is our community development intern for the summer. She attends school at UW River Falls in environmental planning. And so she's been with us the last month working on all sorts of things community development related. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity for her to learn about putting reports together and presenting. So I will turn it over to Lindsay.
Okay, so this request is for a special use permit for cannabis retail sales for Coburn's. It's located at 225 33rd Street West. So the Planning Commission was asked to hold a public hearing tonight, then review the application and provide a recommendation to council. Cannabis business regulations were adopted in late 2023, and within the zoning code, it shows that a special use permit in District C3 or C4, it is approved, but they also have to obtain a business license, which is required through City Code Chapter 117. A business license is regulated through the Clerk's Department, so we work closely with them, as well as the Police Department. We take the police chief's report on the location and security plan and look at those regulations and make sure it fits within the special use permit. At this time, they have not approved the security plan, as the store has not contacted us to inspect the premises, and they're still waiting on a certain installation of proper storage for cannabis. We also have a notification process, which we notified all property owners within 300 feet, and we have not obtained any comments about this application so far. This property is located near Red Wing Boulevard. It is only accessible through 33rd Street West and Tiffany Drive. The surrounding properties to the north and west are zoned commercial, while the properties to the south and east are zoned residential. As for the existing condition of the store, it's a grocery store, pharmacy, liquor store, and gas station, and has been for several years. They do have a tobacco license, and the staff is unaware of any compliance issues right now. And the property itself is zoned C4, so it is consistent in being able to have a cannabis retail license with a special use permit. Some important performance standards to note about cannabis products include you must be 21 years old with proof to buy it. They must have a security plan approved by the police chief, and they are subject to compliance checks periodically. The special use permit requires that are stated in the report are more general, so this is not really applicable to this item right now. The cannabis is seen as an additional business item as opposed to being a change of the service of Coburn's itself. So the staff is recommending approval of the special use permit for Coburn's as presented in the report. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Lindsay. Appreciate it. This is a public hearing. We'll go ahead and open the public hearing. We have nobody in-house. Do we have anybody on Zoom? No, nobody on Zoom. We'll go ahead and close the public hearing. And we'll open up to commissioners with any questions. Commissioner McGrath?
I'm just wondering if we have any concerns about not yet having the approved security plan and what might be the delay. I mean, usually if somebody's seeking something out, they're prompt with their responses. So is there anything of concern there?
Yeah, right now they're just waiting on getting the right storage for it. So I think they're waiting on that. So, yeah.
Yeah, and to follow up on that further, it's a condition that we'd have and a requirement that we'd have under the ordinance that they have this performance plan in place. And so we've had a couple of these come forward in which they haven't quite done that yet. So it isn't unusual, but certainly would need to be in place prior to sale.
That was my question, so that was good. Yeah, that's what I was asking too. So, commissioners, any other questions? Nope. To entertain a motion, somebody wants to make a motion to approve? Commissioner Peters.
I'll make a motion to approve the special use permit, subject to the requirements that are listed, and then also pending the security plan.
Okay, so that is a slight adjustment to the conditions then.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yep,
Okay.
with the addition of that.
Okay, so we are gonna be, a third condition on there, subject to a valid security plan being in place. Okay, perfect. Commissioner LeBron?
Second.
All right, I have a second. Any further discussion, new discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Okay, and at this point, Mr. Chair, I believe this is going to move forward to the July 1st City Council meeting, albeit we'd like to have that, the plan, the performance plan in place and the review by the police chief prior to taking it to council. So if that's, can be done this week, we'll bring it to the first. If not, we wait till a later meeting.
Perfect, thank you. All right, thanks, Lindsay. Nice job on that. All right, under other actions?
Other
any
actions? Well, we had a city council meeting last week where we took action on the plan for United Heroes League for their stadium seating and their locker room. So that was approved with limited discussion. And then we approved the plat for the Dakota CDA for those two outlets off of Pleasant. So those were taking place at that meeting. Our next meeting is coming up here on July 8th. I'm not sure if we'll hold it yet or not. I don't have any public hearings scheduled, albeit we are looking at one site plan that we hope will have everything together to bring forward. So I will let people know whether we are meeting or not.
Okay, thanks, John. Commissioners, any other business? If not, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Commissioner Brown, second?
Second?
Commissioner McGrath. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Okay,
We are prompt.
we are prompt.
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. Appreciate it.